So what are we going to talk about next week? I mean, what do y'all think we should talk about? You know, my
industry or athletes.
I was thinking, you know, when is it, you know, what are some clues when it's the beginning of the end of your relationship or your marriage?
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
You know, that's that makes you really think back from the beginning, like, were there
some pain in my heart?
Well, that's it. When you start feeling that pain in your heart, that's the beginning of the end.
When is it the beginning? What are some signs of the beginning of the end of that relationship?
I think that's one of them. When you start to get that tightness in your chest. Like you're expecting a call, you're expecting to come over, and you start to feel that.
Or no, you're circling the block. You don't want to go home.
I'm gonna tell you, you don't want to go home.
You don't want to go home.
You don't want to answer your phone. And like when somebody calls you, damn, this motherfucker. Like,
but I think that's a good one. When is what are the signs?
You always got something to do. If that person call, if you call a person and they always
you see the name and you're like thinking about
they
what
always
can I say?
You run out of excuses. Like, what if you're yesterday you had to go to the doctor? Today was your day.
What if
I gotta fix the vacuum.
I got a flat tire. I can't make it.
What if you're married to this person? Or you're living with this person?
I don't know.
There are a lot of marriages like that.
How many excuses can you use to get out of sex that week?
You know, I mean,
this night, when it starts to unravel.
I always know my relationships are coming to an end when like I find myself falling against the wall and like sliding down crying.
Oh jeez.
That's just like
we need to lay you on the couch.
You might be like a little bit
I mean, or like that moment
and it's not because you're happy to see
or you know that moment where you know this person, you told this person about your finances, and this person, there are always these little signs where as individuals we kind of ignore because we kind of like this person, but they're showing who they are.
And you see
all
hindsight 2020.
Hindsight. So when is that moment where you were like, damn, you done stole $20,000 out of your bank account?
I don't know if it's a specific moment. I think it's a gradual lead up. It's those little things. It's the twisting of the chest. It's I find myself making excuses for why I don't have time. It's not a specific moment. It's a sequence of events, and then you get to the point where then you can't ignore it anymore.
Right.
And you ultimately admit it to yourself, and then you got to say, well, how am I going to communicate it to the other person?
Right. And how long normally does that take?
I think for some people it takes years and years. I've seen people slowly disintegrate.
Absolutely.
But some couples get to a point where they're at a stalemate. There's no longer any connection, but they're connected in terms of household or whatever, and they go about living this fake independent life for years and years and years.
And because they're afraid to let go. That umbilical cord will never be cut.
No, they live with it around their neck forever. Miserable, unhappy, discontent, but they'd rather live that way than face back
and be free.
Get it over and keep it moving.
It's hard for a lot of people to let go.
I think a lot of people are comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's it.
I got a friend, my friend Jack said, when it comes to relationship, Jack's idea and theory is it's better to be with the devil that you know as opposed to the devil that you don't know.
It's true.
Me, I'll take my chances and not be with any devil.
I'll just be out there in the world free
I'll be by myself. But Jack's codependent, and I know that, and he knows that. He's been married 3 times and been divorced 3 times.
There you go.
And you know what? But I mean, no disrespect, it's easier for men to be able to say that and deal with that than women. We get to a certain point, we hit a certain age.
But why do you guys give into that self-imposed and societal pressure? Why?
Because at the end of the day, our pool gets really small and narrow.
And our openings get old.
But everybody's not going to have kids. Everybody's not going to be married. Everybody's not going to be in a relationship.
But the dateable, the ability to have someone that's going to be there for you, that pool minimizes as we do. You guys, the pool people never really minimize
because there's way too many more of you guys than there are of us.
So at the end of the day, you can have those kind of thoughts. I can be by myself. You can be by yourself for X amount of years and then pick up where you left off. With women, that's not something that's so easily done.
Women need to realize now. Women need to realize immediately that the chances of me being by myself are very high.
Absolutely.
The chances of me being unfulfilled when it comes to a relationship, me being alone, and me having to satisfy me, they need to realize that right now.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's a lot more fulfilling when you come into that perspective a lot sooner than later, you know?
Exactly.
Right. I mean, when that door
because your mind, you start working towards it like, I do me well.
Right.
I've always done me well, but relationships were never like thoughts of mine. It's just they happen, but I've always been into just
but you've been single 6 years because you choose.
I choose to be, right.
There are a lot of women out there at a certain age are single not because they choose to. It's because they sit in a certain pool and they're just it's not open for them.
Right.
That's not their reality.
But Charlie, you used the opposite word. You said sitting. They're sitting. They're not taking action. I mean, I've met some women who are a little bit more mature, and they've decided, well, I'm going to expand my pool of options. I'm gonna date older dudes. I'm gonna date dudes outside my ethnic group. So I'm gonna the pool of African American men fit my socioeconomic and age profile. Okay, that pool is small. It's small, but there's other cats from other groups, and they just realized, well, if I need and want to have male companionship in my life, then I'm going to expand.
Right, you have to increase
increase the likelihood of success.
You can't sit around waiting for your IBM.
Back to sitting. If you're sitting there waiting for success to knock on the door, you might be sitting there indefinitely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be the topic for next week.
I like it.
Yeah.
Interracial dating, yada yada yada. I mean, something.
Expanding your pool.
Right.
Expanding your pool.
Expanding your pool.
Because there's an article on that too. Like they were saying that a lot of black women. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Plenty of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say, out of this whole group here, it'd be me. I'm the #1 candidate here,
But no, I mean, but it's not just a problem for black women. It's a problem for women. Period.
But I think for us, we have such a narrow perspective of other races accepting us. That's another thing. Like as black women, we don't think like, oh, that white guy is not going to really be into me, or that Chinese guy, whatever. We limit ourselves because we think we're limited.
Meanwhile, he thinks you're super exotic and wish he could talk to you.
Right.
I mean,
I guarantee you.
Well, that's regional too now. That to me is regional. You can go in some regions and not so much. You come down in South Florida, there's so many ethnicities, there's so many mixed cultures. So yes, I can see that. It's more accepting. But you go into certain other regions,
I agree with that.
It's not so accepting.
Like
Iowa.
Like in Ohio.
Right. You go to the Midwest.
I've been there, done that. They train their dogs to attack people like us.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a regional thing as well. So.
Yeah, true.
But anyway, I think that should be next week's topic. Let's delve into that.
If we can't find a topic, you guys out there in Twitter world, Facebook world, you guys tweet us, Facebook us, and let us know what you guys want to talk about. And we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
All right.
All right, thanks. Good night.
Food time.